Akshay Kumar is a sensational known for his versatility in comedy, action, romantic and patriotic films. But he was struggling on box office since few years. Let's talk about this. It all starts from 2022 with Bachhanpandey. Before that he gave massive hits Sooryavanshi and Atrangiri. But Bachhanpandey turns out to a disaster. The reason would be because it was a remake film, so that's why the hype of the film was very less and turns out to disaster. Although Akshay Kumar did very well job in the film, but audience didn't give this movie a chance. Next is Samrat Prithviraj, which was one of the most disaster in 2022. The content selected by makers was great. Everyone should know about Samrat Prithviraj Chauhan. But the execution of the film was so poor, so that Akshay Kumar's look, performance and dialogue delivery was so ordinary, and the result is that audience rejected the film because of bad word of mouth. Next is Rakshabandhan, which is fantastic in terms of story, screenplay, songs, performance of whole cast, but the movie turns out to average or just recovered the budget because there was no hype of the film at that time. Nobody was excited. Another reason could be that at that time Bollywood movies was getting so much hate. Next is Katputli, which was a remake, and the movie turns out to an average, and it is an OTT release, so this movie is completely neglected by the audience. Next is Ramsetu. The topic was brilliant. Performance of every cast is good, but again poorly executed in terms of screenplay, VFX, and CGI, and the movie turns out to the average. The another reason these movies turns out box office flops could be the fees of Akshay Kumar. His fees were sometimes more than a half of budget of the movie. Next is Selfie. Again it was remake and poorly made turns out to a failure. After 6 movies, which turns out an average or flop, OMG to became a super hit because of its word of mouth. As part 1 of OMG was sensational, audience gave this movie a chance, and it was a fantastic movie in terms of story, performance of every cast, direction, screenplay, and it became a commercial super hit. Next is Missionraniganjtrailer, which was a good movie becomes an OTT hit but failed in box office. Bade Miyan Chote Miyan was an average film. Review was mixed, and the budget of the movie was so high that it cannot collect even half of it. Turns out to the biggest disaster. Sarfira was a remake and Khel Khel Mein. Both movies are completely neglected by the audience, as these movies cannot make any buzz. Turns out to a commercial failure. After so much disappointment, finally Skyforce, which turns out to be a fantastic patriotic film. You can watch the review of the movie on this channel. It is roaring at the box office. Where Akshay is lacking? Should he do comedy movies again, which was his actual genre? Although his next lineup is Hera Fairy 3, Houseful 5, Welcome to the Jungle, Bhoot Bangla. So there is a huge chance of his comeback again. We also, as an OG Akshay Kumar fan, we also want Akshay Kumar back in form like Hera Fairy, Garam Masala, Bhool Bhulaiya and many more.